What is going on, chat? It's a brand new day, brand new night. It is so cold. Day 249. Uh, yeah. Went to work like every other day. 10:30 right now. This is the earliest I ever made this video, because I actually want to sleep early today. Because to be honest, I was mad tired today. I didn't sleep well last night, so yeah, that probably explains why. But today, I don't know if you can tell, I have Invisalign now. You can hear it in my speech, but yeah, I have Invisalign. I've been wearing it all day. It's kind of weird. Um, um, I also had just taken it off for the last hour and a half. I was eating food, and man, let me tell you, that was probably the most relaxing time I ever had. But now that I put them on again after brushing my teeth, they feel very weird again. So I don't know. It's like I'm talking weird, bro. I'm talking weird with the shit in it. It's so weird. But yeah, it almost feels like I'll just never get used to it. Like I'm talking like I have a lisp now. Yeah, like y'all can't see what I'm trying to explain here, but yeah. Anyways, I've just been chilling, doing my work. And honestly, one of these days that I'm more concerned about these days, starting my YouTube channel. I'm getting ever more closer. One of these days I probably will actually start it up. I'm thinking green screen here, microphone, good quality microphone, dressed up, talking about topics. I can't even say. Can't pronounce this anymore. It's weird. Talking about topics that I resonate with, things that don't have to even be related to clothing brands. Just ideas in general. I feel like we're at this age or this time in social media where it's less about how many followers you can gain or have, or how much engagement you want to get. But nowadays it can also strictly be just the quality of content, and if it is aligning with other people's interests enough that yeah. So you don't actually need, particularly anymore nowadays with short form content and whatnot, you don't need like a prerequisite amount of traction to be able to make engaging content. As long as your content is genuinely, entertaining, interesting, and high quality, you're gonna, the algorithm's gonna push it to people who are looking for that type of stuff. And so nowadays, content doesn't even have to be about specific niches anymore or something. They are everyday influencers, lifestyle influencers, people who just live their life. But the difference is that they have a camera in front of them. I could do the same. Not saying I will, but I'm saying, it has never been a better opportunity to seize. There's never been a better time than now to seize the opportunity. Um, and another thing that I've been thinking about is just to be able to kind of provide significant, strong, significant themes in marketing. In my campaigns that I'm going to be shooting out, that should resonate. There should be a resonating, congruent, strong idea that is rooted in the piece or the garment that I'm showcasing. And I think this is just from my lack of design, lack of expertise. I'm a rookie in this field. That I don't feel like I've hit that, you know, so and so, like my idea of this garment that I'm sampling, getting manufactured, sorry, doesn't seem to have a very strong, connection to an idea. Or well, it kind of did, and I may have lost track of it as of now. But yeah, even just visually, it doesn't really align with anything that I see my brand, going forward with. But it's kind of hard to escape such a, you know, side, because I'm kind of in between. Not in between. I'm at, basically bottom zero, where, you know, obviously haven't made anything of myself yet. I've developed no brand or reputation. But I want to make cohesive, statement pieces that, can kind of redefine or define my own subculture of whatever it is I'm trying to represent. But obviously, it's hard to do that at such a small budget, small, you know, capability when you have no structure to build that off of. Um, and so, yeah, you kind of have to rely on these already, established pieces, established, themes. Kind of just relying on that, don't fix what ain't broke sort of mindset instead of trying to redefine or create your own path. Because you kind of have to go through that first phase of, you know, traction to be able to develop into something higher. But I think it still works. Eventually, once I am able to gain traction, since I already have so many ideas formed of a kind of a higher calling than I am now. Once I eventually reach that point, I feel like it will, these ideas will come back naturally, or they'll flow a lot easier. Um, and so, all I really need to do now is just kind of figure out how to get to that point. Um, Not to say I'll be, all sales, all smooth sales from there, but it will probably, I think I can visualize it a lot easier, especially in this state I'm in right now. But right now, yeah, it's all about trying to establish, deeply rooted themes while still catering to that, don't fix what ain't broke um, kind of playbook, uh, all in the midst of trying to find, traction in your own community before you can eventually branch off and, define your own brand as itself, not that it have to be positioned as a, backboning off of already developed cultures or already developed, you know, things where you can start to actually show a bit more and express more of things that are not less more trendy, and they're more just like what you want to do. But I guess now that I think about it, there isn't much that's really stopping me from already doing that. So yeah, what I'll say is that I'm not particularly happy with the trajectory of the timeline right now. Um, but I guess this is a common issue of designs coming and going, ideas just flowing, and then not hitting the same, after a while, which is something I've already experienced and dealt with. And so the only thing I really need to know is just to have faith in my, because obviously I'm making these designs with intention. So they have some sort of meaning. I just clearly I've lost the vision for it. So just have faith in the idea that kind of started it in the first place and believe in it. So yeah, that's about it for today. See y'all next time, man. Peace.